This recording, I showed a similar multiplication table and how to make one with Excel so that you could learn Excel and also give your little humans practice with multiplication. But at the time I said, well, I don't really have time to do conditional formatting. So I'm doing that here in this. Remember, whenever I press enter or delete, these randomly generated numbers change, and these randomly generated numbers change. So the headings change. So like 1 times 11 is 11, 6 times 5 is 30, but in here we have 8 times 7 is 56. There's a 7, there's 856. But as soon as I hit enter, those headings change location. And so if I keep hitting it, it jumps all over the place. So it's nice to have conditional formatting. That's what this is. You can kind of see quickly where it is. Without that there, then you would have to find the 8, find the 7, see where they cross there, and that's 56. Okay. Also down here, there's that true down there. It's in the same location as this 56 in reference to the grid there. So, yeah, and then we have and we have a couple of arguments. If this argument is true and this argument is true, then we get true. And now it's jumped up there because it must be 8 jumped to the fourth one down and 7 the third one over from the end. Yep, 7's third from the end, 8 is fourth down. But that's now this table, it's kind of hard to show you with this table down here. So I'm making the table again right up here. For some reason I've already got that in there, but I'm going to start this right there. And I'm going to put in an and a couple of arguments. What are the arguments? Well, for one thing, I want Q1 in this case. I want to have it check. I want the computer check that cell to see if it's a 1 right here. Nope, it's not. So it's going to be false. Another way it's probably going to be false is also we're going to check the W2. There's the 2 over there. The W2. And to see if that equals the W2, yeah, equals this 7 down here. It doesn't. That cell not the same. Okay, so let's do that. I want Q1. I want to see if that equals B16. Watch right over, see how that highlighted right there? And highlighted in red because I got B16 in red right there. Now, that's one argument, but it says and there. So that argument and the next argument is going to be W2. Now that highlighted in kind of purple, which is in purple. And equals the gold down here, the D14. That's D, up here, D, and 14 right there. That's D14. If the numbers in those cells are equal, then the computer's going to say it's true. It says false. Why does it say false? Because 5 doesn't equal 7. Why does it say false? Because 1 doesn't equal 8. And if I put a 7 here, I put a 7 right there, it's still going to say false because still we don't have the, right here. This 1 doesn't equal the 8. If I put an 8 right here, 8, that's going to say true. No, I thought it was. We got 7, 8, 7. Oh, 8 and 7. So that should have been true. I don't know why it wasn't. No idea why. Q1. Oh, Q1. Why do I have Q1? Should have been Q7. That's a good thing I checked right there. That's Q7. I don't know how I got that. There, now it says true. Okay. Glad I caught myself on that. Let's drag it up here a couple of steps. There. And Now that should be Q7. I'm glad I checked that. Q7. Okay, so that's false. Now, because 5 doesn't equal 7 and 1 doesn't equal 8, so I'm going to draw this up, autofill it up, bring upwards, and whoops, we got a problem with the reference. We got to have a fixed reference. Reference means stays fixed. So let's check this again here. The Q7, when I came up here, I wanted it to go down to Q6, because that's what this is. See at 6? I wanted it to go reference that. Let's go up 1 and see if it is a Q6. Yes, it is. Okay. But here's something I didn't want. I didn't want to go to B15. Put that down here. It should have stayed B16. This shouldn't be going up to 15 or 14 and so on. This one would be B14. You don't see how that's right there? No, we want to fix it right here on the 8. So, and we also don't want the B going to an A somehow or to the C column. We'll stay B16. So let's go back here and fix all that. We want the Q. Yes, to go up 6, we'll let that happen. But the B, we got to keep that a fixed column there. We put a $sign in front to do that. To hold that 16, we don't want it to go 15 or 17, we don't want that. So we're going to put a $sign there also. There's in front of the 16. And while I'm at it, we want the B14 to stay fixed. We don't want it going to C over here or to E over here. We don't want it going up to 13 or down here to 15 or 16 or something. So we're going to put $sign there. We're going to put a $sign right there. And now the other thing is we want to stay in the W there, but we want the 2. We want it to keep referencing this cell right there, that 5. Okay? So we got everything yet? No, we got to hold on to that 2. That second row right there. See the 2? We don't want it to jump up here to 1. Did it do that here? Yeah, see it went to the 1. Okay, so we're going to come back down here and hold it right to the 2. So we put a $sign right there also. Let's see, the Q7, we said it was okay for it to go up to Q6, but we want the Q to stay. What's the Q? It's all of these. We don't want it to jump over here, jump over there. It's okay if it goes up to 6, up to the row 6, but it's not okay if it goes outside this green left or right. So we're going to hold that with a $sign. And now all that should be good. It's false. Again, it's false because 5 does not equal 7 and 1 does not equal 8 there. So that's false. We're trying to find where the computer has it true. So now go up there. Now let's check this up here. We're still referencing the W2. There's the 2. There's the W. We're having that checked with the B14. Stayed on the B14. That's good. Here's the B16. For this first argument, it stayed right there on the B16, just like it was down here. B16, just like the B14. The Q7, it stayed with the Q. Doesn't get changed to the 6 right here. Q6. So everything is here. It went to Q5. So where you don't want it to change, you want to put that $sign in front. All right, so now you can highlight these, drag this all the way down, bring that across here. Okay, we can highlight that whole thing and bring it across the other way. Autofill it, I should say, across. And where is 156? Well, we can find the 8 and the 7. Do we find the 8 up here? No, we find the 8 down on this side, just like over here. The green. And where's the 7? Right, and there's the true. There's the 7. The 8, we have true, sure enough. But, again, it's kind of hard to find that true where it goes to. Well, here, in this case it's not, because these numbers aren't changing. These are. Now, it might be advantageous to have these numbers the same as these. I don't know why, but equals, we'll put equals C2. In other words, I'm making that cell right there equal to this one. Press enter. Sure enough, that's 11 right now. This is 11. Let's autofill across. Put it over there, and all those numbers should now be the same. Let's do the same thing here. Make this Q3 cell, so it's the same as the B3 cell. So we will put in here equals B3. And there's that 7. Now I'll fill it down. And press enter, and now that true should be like right about here. So it's like that. There it is, right there. If I hit enter again, that true is going to be, but it's kind of hard to see this and then match it up over here. That's up here, way over here. Okay. So we're going to want to do conditional formatting on this also, just to check this. So here's how you do it. You want to grab the formula right there in the upper left. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to escape, change anything there, and we're going to highlight all of this. And we're going to go to home. It's already in home. Conditional formatting. I'm going kind of fast. We want to go to new rule. We want to go to classic. We want to go to use a formula, which I copied. Formula I copied. I'm going to paste right there. Now I'm going to press OK, and there it is. Now, every place we see this get highlighted, it's going to be in the same relative place on that table. So that, there it is. Okay, well, I hope that helped. If you have any questions, comments, and hopefully somebody smarter than I am can give you an answer. I can change here's our data validation. I can't put in, we have to get valid data. We get validated by choosing something here. I can't put in like, 3.1 or something, 1/4 or 5. Can't put that in. You have to use a number that's given, so it's valid data. It's only allowed valid data. Okay? And now 72 is there. It's true right there. Alrighty, I guess we can end this video. There's probably some other things I have to show you in another video. I think we're getting close to being overtime now, so I only get 15 minutes. So I hope you learned something. Have a good day.